back, everybody, to the Arkansas Razorbacks Dynasty. You're here in NCAA 25. Season number 3 starts with a little bit different expectations. Going to the national championship game, losing it to Michigan. How do we deal with that? Can we repeat, get back to that, and win the championship? We shall see. As we look at this schedule, so we'll start with Iowa. Iowa, it's an interesting matchup because obviously a Big Ten team, usually known for defense. They were 4-8 last year, really struggled. So we'll see how that works. Then we got TCU once again at home. Then start the SEC schedule at Ole Miss, at Florida State. We got Georgia away as well. 3 straight road games there for coming back for Kentucky. And then going down to Bryant-Denny Stadium to take on Bama. And it's not easy. Taking on Florida, at South Carolina. And then back home for Auburn. East Carolina kind of mixed in there. And then we'll finish off with Missouri. I mean, the SEC schedule is no joke. We'll see if we can repeat. You can see we come in at an 88 overall team, 87 offense, 89 defense. Actually, let's take a look, I think, as well as the preseason All-Americans. See if we have anybody there. You can see we're number 6 in the country to start off the season. So Luke Haas is going to be right there. Number 1 tight end. Preseason number 1. Anybody else? Don't see that. So preseason second team. Jordan Anthony's going to be there. And Ty Washington. It's so funny because it's, it's based off of overall. The dude hasn't really done anything in the time we've played with him in the first 2 seasons, but he's a 90-plus overall. Obviously, for SEC, Jordan Anthony, number 1. Haas, number 1. Anybody else on the defensive side of the ball? Nobody. Our defense is really young. Satania is actually number 2, and then Washington's going to be right there as well. Preseason second team SEC. I don't know if we're going to have anybody defensively. We're not. Yeah, defense is just a different story. A lot to prove defensively. I know we have a high rating defensively, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Got a lot of guys to really prove themselves. So Georgia comes in, the number 1 team in the country. Michigan, the defending champs, at number 2. You got Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Oregon are going to round out the top 5. We're sitting right there at number 6. You got Auburn, Penn State, Clemson, and Tennessee to round out the top 10. But yeah, Florida, Utah, Bama. Right there, you got Utah, you got TCU, Kansas State, USC, Missouri. We'll see how this plays out this year. But yeah, Georgia right now, I would say the prohibitive favorites probably to get to the national championship. Well, I mean, I guess you could put Michigan maybe to defend. We'll see. But we're up there at number 6. We got a chance. And obviously the schedule in the SEC, even if you bounce back a little bit with a loss, you can just bounce right back up with a win. We saw that last year. So here is our board to start the season. Lee Carmaza, he is a corner, man-to-man. And right now we sit at number 6 on the board with him. You got Nick Mangin, another corner. We'll send the house on there. Nick Rucci, he's a left tackle. So really coming into the scouting, I would say this season, you can see a lot more 4-stars. You can see Grant Lionheart. He is actually a gem receiver, 5-star. So a lot more 5-stars on our board. I was thinking about how that was going to happen probably after the season last year. Going to the national championship, you're going to have a lot more people, want to come to your school, a lot more top talent. We have a chance at that. And you can see also a ton of gems. We have found a ton of gems. Carlos Stead. You got Trenton McCain. He is a gem as well, right tackle. But really, I think it's all about trying to build this offensive line. And right now, even if we get maybe just 3 or 4 of these guys that we have on the list, because we're not going to get all of them, that's just never going to happen. So even if we just get a few of these guys at offensive line, we have a bunch of them already on the board and they're gems. I mean, it's going to be sitting pretty good for the next few years. There's no doubt about it, man. It's just, you can see this is this class already, just finding this many gems, because not every 5 or 4-star guy is going to be gems. So we can see here's a 3-star, Warren Johnson, outside linebacker from Nashville, Tennessee. I mean, he's a gem as well. So we're right now number 2 on his list. A lot of these guys are gem, but looking like, also thinking about positions, right? Damon Eakin, this quarterback, 5-star. Do we really need a quarterback again the next year? Probably not. But if you're a 5-star, like I've said before, I'm putting you on the board. We're going to try. And it's tougher here early on to really, I would say, get attached to a lot of these guys, because, I mean, most of them you're not going to get. Even if you think you really have a chance at them, it's just somebody comes out of nowhere, and next thing you know, they're gone. So I like to take it a little bit slow right now with scouting. We'll obviously get into it as much as we possibly can. It's a huge part, no doubt about it. I'll probably go quickly in some other episodes, go through it. But, man, some of these guys you kind of get into and you're like, oh, man, he looks absolutely fantastic. I want to bring him in. It just doesn't happen. It really doesn't. And this is what I was trying to do with this year's class. I mean, but we have 35 targets. I was trying to narrow it down to like 25 maybe and really, zone in on those 25 guys. But there were so many guys interested that it just was so tough not to put them on the board, because if you don't put them on the board and you miss out and maybe those 25 guys you go for, you only get like 15 and then you're stuck and then you got to go back. So I don't know. It's just really tough to, really do that. So right now it's trying to figure out how this guy would fit. Does he fit? And if not, just don't even worry about it. Just like take him off the board, or just keep him on the board like Schumann there, and just literally just 5 points, 5 hours, and go from there. See if he stays there. If he doesn't, no big deal. We'll move on. It's not like he's really wasting that much of valuable time. So that's fine. But right now, we'll see. We'll see how this class. It's still obviously just week 1, very early on. I don't think we're not getting any insta commits this year like we did last year. And I don't know how actually common that really is. How many insta commits. I mean, obviously that's usually going to be with I would say a 3-star or less. I don't think a 4 or 5 star is going to insta commit. I'm sure it could happen, no doubt about it. But I just think that's going to happen less and less often. Because the class we have coming in this year, I thought was, very, very solid. No doubt about it. And a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball are super young. I just think offensive line, we're going to lose some guys this year. And that's probably going to be the key. I think offensive line's always got to be a key. If you don't have a good offensive line or a defensive line, which we're really deep at as well, man, you're going to struggle. Especially in the SEC, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. In reality, that's what usually the big key is. You can have, no matter what school, you can probably have plenty of guys that are athletes. There's no doubt about it. But the offensive line, the defensive line, those are the guys that are going to make the break the game. And when you face this school like Alabama, Georgia, you're going to get guys there that are just absolutely monsters, going to be, first round picks, top 10, top 5 picks. And how do you handle those guys with the offensive line you got? And if you don't have an offensive line, you're just going to have your quarterback running around, getting sacked for days, fumbles. I mean, that's just going to completely ruin your game plan. So we got to make sure this offensive line is ready to go, because we have weapons. We have Jordan Anthony, maybe best receiver in college football right now. No doubt about it. The stats that he put up last year, really surprised. He could have probably went to the NFL. He had a chance, but he decides to come back and stay, which I'm grateful for, and I can't wait to play another full season, break some more records with that guy. Max True sophomore, coming in with the start of this year. We'll see how he does. And Brandon Russell, the running back. So we have, Satania, Luke Haas, maybe the best tight end in college football. So we have some guys who just need that line to hold up. And this year, it'll be a challenge, I think, on the tackles. But really, if we can get some of these highly touted recruits from the offensive line, that, worrisome going into next year, the depth or any even starters, that'll be obviously completely gone. So we still have 25 hours left, so trying to fill this one in. Let's go send the house on that one. That'll put us down to 10. And anybody else want to add 10 to? Possibly. One of these guys with 25 hours. Ellis, maybe. Well, he's number 3. Let's possibly do Nwosu, because he's down at number 7. Still a little bit ways from his top 8, but if we can go up the board a little bit and then make sure we get into that top 8, that's what we want. So we'll sim week 0. Anybody that's going to be off the board. And you can see down below, there is a few. So Mayweather, the wide receiver, the deep threat receiver at 6'4" as well. Man, so he is out. And so is Nunes, the left tackle. He is out as well. So they will be off our board. But everybody else, other than Maddox right there at 6, I mean, we're in like the top 3. That's just giving me too much hope, man. That's not what I want sometimes. I don't want that much hope, because, geez, you think you're getting all these guys and you end up with like 5 of them. So we'll see how it plays out. But let's go to red shirts. We'll keep Mare. I guess Irvin and Beaver we could possibly do. But, with the rules, we can play guys 3 games. They still don't lose the red shirt. We can do Greg Verrett. I think we can do Kyle O'Reilly as well. We can redshirt them. Nobody there at the tight end spot. Barnes, we can definitely redshirt. Tobin we might have to keep. Ezekiel Wire, I kind of want to keep. But you know what? It's just not going to make sense. So we'll redshirt them. Redshirt Lawrence. Gilliam will be fine. Malden will redshirt him. Vickerson and Casey definitely redshirts. Oh man, look at these. Look at the. I mean, the defensive line is just. We got depth for days. Blunt, Kafka, Doyle, we will. Morton, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna get him in. I think some of these plays. But look at this. Look at the defensive tackles. It's crazy. Burt was a 5-star, so I feel like you almost have to put him on the field. Lenz and Weil, who's, I mean, even better. Man, that's rough. That's rough. There's so much talent there. Let's go to the linebackers. Antoine Bruner, we will redshirt, but I want to definitely get him in some games, I think for sure. Corner, Joel Herman, we can definitely redshirt him. Anybody in the safety positions? No, and we're good, obviously, kicker-wise. Depth chart, Max Drew, number 1 guy this year. We're going to give him that chance. Malachi Singleton is there. But right now we're rolling with Drew. Obviously, Braylon Russell's your number 1. Rodney Hill and Swaim, who's up to like an 80, which is crazy. Marcellus Swaim will get some carries, so he definitely benefited from the training results. Anthony Satania, Cross Johnson's going to get in there, but same thing with Wilkins, James. A lot of these guys are going to be interchangeable, I think, at the 3 spot. But yeah, Anthony Satania are your top guys for sure. And then Haas and Washington, even Dozier in there. I definitely want to do more 2 tight end sets. When you have a 93 and a 90 overall tight end, you got to get them involved. You really have to. And, you know, they're probably going to be more 2 tight end sets in the sense that our tackles are a little weak. And obviously want to run the ball a little bit more. Get Braylon Russell rolling. And you're going to more than likely have 2 tight ends out there as well. Their guards are strong, I think. But yeah, tackles is where it's going to be very interesting. If we have to face some elite pass rushers, we're definitely going to have to think about leaving in some backs. Maybe a chip from a tight end, something to slow them down. Because right now, I'm not sure if I totally trust our tackles at the moment. That could be the weak point of really the offense. As I just talked about offensive line a few minutes ago. But defensive line, I mean, this is going to have to be same thing. We're going to have to sub guys in and out because there's so much depth and talent there. I want to make sure guys get their playing time. Wyatt Simmons, this guy, he's up to an 87. But take a look at this. I was taking a look at this. Ready to see this? 99 zone coverage. Are you I mean, okay. I don't know where that came from. 99 zone coverage. Wild. I think linebacker is one of our strong suits as well. I mean, I can see why our defense is rated highly just due to the fact of the depth we have. You got TJ and Tevin, both Metcalf, so I'll have to worry about that. But right now, Jai Eugene, the transfer, is going to start over Dylan Haas. But same thing. That's going to be kind of interchangeable because I want to get Christian Ford in there who played a lot last year as well. So we do have a lot of depth. It's just trying to figure out who are going to be the guys, you know, starting and more than likely getting most of the snaps. And that's what, you know, this early game here against Iowa as we come in here, 2 straight home games. Now, the TCU game is going to be a different story. That's going to be a tough one. This Iowa team coming in, you know, you have a new coach coming into Iowa. They were 4-8 last year, 4-8 the previous year. So they've been struggling a little bit. We come in the big-time favorite in this game. But there's still, you know, a Big Ten conference opponent. This one still could be a little shaky as we will get this one underway. Season 3 underway. Is this a chance to win a national championship? We'll see. That's a return up to around the 18-yard line as the return game never really gives you that much. But Jordan and Anthony looking for another big-time season. Close to a lot of records. And here comes Max Drew. So 1st and 10. Drew back to throw. And there he is. Jordan Anthony. Man, I mean, can we get him like a, you know, I don't think we can get him 2,000 yards receiver. That's That's just asking for crazy amounts there. As Russell with the carry, and Russell breaking some tackles. I thought he was going to be brought down. Just continues to go forward, and he's got a first down. As I said last year, maybe he turns into our, Derrick Henry type back, as we'll go underneath Anthony, and that's incomplete where Haas was just wide open. We should have definitely went to him, but we did not. But we're going for this here. 4th and 5. Over the middle, that is caught, and that is going to be a first down. So it works out in our favor, and there's Wilkins, who gets the reception and the first. We'll pitch this out to Rodney Hill. Rodney Hill cuts it up. He's got himself a first down. So far, solid drive, getting that 4th down conversion and trying to put this in the end zone. Play action, rolling out. Drew looking down the field, and he'll take this one himself, and he'll get out of bounds around the 5-yard line. I'd like to see maybe Drew get out in the pocket more, run. He definitely has that ability. As we'll hand this off on 2nd and goal, and Russell is absolutely stuffed there. Brings up a 3rd down and goal. Give it right back to him. Get in there for the touchdown, and that is a great start to the season. A fantastic drive down the field. Punch it in for the touchdown. 7-0 lead here to start off this game. I really don't have any questions other than the tackles. Like I said, the tackles are a question mark. But if they can hold up just a little bit, we have so much talent offensively that we're definitely going to put up some points. It's just this side of the ball. How does it work out as Simmons comes through, makes the tackle? Obviously, no Sorey Jr. anymore. He made a lot of plays for us. So Simmons is going to have to step up and make these plays. 2nd down and 12. Is this Iowa team hurrying it up? That is interesting to see. And they got a pretty good run here, but we got a flag on the play. So good run by Kamari Moulton, but that is coming back. That will not stand. That'll be a holding call. Like I said, new coach here in Iowa. So, what does their offense look like? Is they're going to run a draw? And look at him getting around the edge, getting some great blocks on a 2nd and 18, all the way up to the 34-yard line, and a big first down Iowa. Well, that hasn't changed much. Very good running team, always has been. Run the ball, play your defense. But this hurry-up style and maybe throw the ball a little bit could be different. As RPO, and he tries to force it. This one's going to be picked off. Jaheim Singletary makes the play, and he is down around the 20-yard line. I think he's now 2 picks short of the all-time Arkansas team record for interceptions in a career. And he's probably going to get that this year because he has been an absolute beast like he was last year. Huge play. Chance to now turn this into a 2-possession game. 2nd and 4, we'll hand this one off to Hill. Hill trying to get around the edge, picks up just a couple yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 2. So we're from the pistol. And just hand this to Russell. Just short. But, we're going for this. We're not 4 inches. You got Russell back there, but we'll sneak it to Drew. And he picks up the first down. But now a big 3rd and 7. I don't even know how to get a first down out of that, but I guess 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz. Drew rolling out underneath the hills. Got some room, and he's in for the touchdown. Great job by Max Drew. Seeing the blitz, rolling out, finding your underneath receiver in the running back. And we take advantage of the interception. 14-0 lead. I have to say right now, this is how I kind of thought the game was going to go. I think we're a better team than Iowa. We're showing it right now. They'll throw this one out. That's going to be caught. That is a nice one. Just short of the first down is Jarrett Bowie, I believe his name is. 2nd and inches. End around. Room to run, and that is a first down. Obviously, Iowa's not going to go away. Jalen Keys with the end around and a first down. Brings up a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, looking. Can we get any pressure? Going down the field, and it's going to fall incomplete. That's something I want to see is the pass rush. How's the pass rush going to be? So we're going to bring a blitz here. Throws it quickly. It is caught, but Singletary is there for a key tackle. Nice job. That is the stop. And they force an Iowa punt. So we move into the 2nd quarter. Comes Max Drew in this offense. Flings that one, and a fantastic catch from Jordan Anthony. What a grab. Wow. I think he's right now. I ended up looking at the Heisman as well. He is number 5 technically on the list. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last. But, I mean, that just shows you. There's definitely expectations for Anthony as we got Marcel Swaim with the carry. And Swaim, good yardage, picks up 7. Obviously, going to try to get all these backs involved, get everybody involved in this game. 2nd and 3. Drew firing, going up top, looking for Anthony to run underneath that one. That is going to fall incomplete. Flag on the play, and that is going to be a holding call. So that'll drop us back 10. Oh, I see down below, Oregon beat Ohio State. Interesting game to start off that season. This early with Big Ten play, that's crazy. As Luke Haas with the reception, he gets up in it, but a big first down. Passing a little bit more here to start. I want to see how this passing game, see how these tackles hold up. And somehow that is completed across Johnson. He cuts it up. He is down to the 8-yard line. That was dangerous. That was very close to being picked. But it is completed. Everything kind of working out our way here so far in this game. We'll hand this one off. Russell's got some room, and he's in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. 21-0 start to this game. Well, you know, you never know how you're going to come back from losing a national championship game. And obviously, most of the roster is the same pretty much in this game. And for this season, we have a bunch of new guys starting here so far. But still, your core guys are kind of the same. It's just how do you react? Does that drive you? Does that motivate you? Or do you still have yourself down a little bit? And right now, I mean, we're looking very good. Very good 21-0 lead. And now a 3rd down here for Iowa. Back to throw is Wolf. Looking underneath. Has his man. That's caught. That will be a 1st down. So, Iowa trying to move the ball here. Honestly, you'd think he'd probably stop the hurry up, just in case your defense gets a little bit of a break. I would think that. You don't want to put your defense right back on the field, but a 3rd and 12. We're going to bring some heat here. Bring a blitz. It's a screen pass that does not work out. Had to get rid of that quickly. Incomplete once again. 5 minutes left here in this first half as Hill cuts it back, man. Running room, trying to get one more block there from Zatania, but still nice run, nice vision. Seeing that cutback, 1st down, move the chains. Drew looking. Is that man? The ball pops up, and that's going to be picked off. That is going to be picked off. That's going to be returned as well. Somebody bring him down. We'll finally bring him down to the 21. Not sure what just happened there. Was that like deflected or something? But Jeff Teamer up gets the interception. It just floated and flopped in the air. Now Iowa trying to turn some things around here. They'll hand the ball off, trying to get around the edge. There is like 5 Arkansas defenders there. And it's a holding call. Man. So really, I mean, I guess he accepted. I was thinking about possibly declining that. 1st and 20. Oh, man, cuts it right up the middle. And then what happened there? Touchdown. What was that tackle attempt? So Iowa takes advantage of the interception, gets their 1st touchdown of the season. All right, 21-7. So there's a bit of a game here still. As Anthony, there's that speed, taking off, cuts it up. Jordan Anthony. He's up to the 38. You got to watch yourself every time he has the ball in open space. It could be easily a touchdown. And that's a great way to come back from that pick as well for Max Drew. He's looking in the pocket. He's going to roll out, looking down the field. Fires this one to Washington, who has it at the 2. Well, when you got a big body receiver like that, tight end, kind of box him out. Drew makes the throw right on the point, right on the money. 1st down, move the chains. Now figures this one in. Oh, he can't hang on. Should have had the touchdown. 3rd and goal. We're going to give this to Anthony around the edge. Cuts it up, and he's in for the touchdown. A quick answer from this offense, which it definitely seems like we have. A quick, explosive offense. But with the running game, we can definitely play those down and dirty games as well. So I'm already liking what I'm seeing from the offense here to start off this season. Defensively, we see some good stuff. I just want to see better tackling because that last tackle attempt was absolutely awful. 2nd and 9, that's going to be a middle screen and brought down. That's going to be a first down. So Iowa has 2 minutes left here in this first half. Try to get this back to a 2-score game. And the angle, not good. Just not good. Yeah. That was not good. That'll be the 2-minute timeout. So 1:56 left from the 40. Looking as Wolf down the field. And almost picked off. Throwing that into a lot of coverage down the field there. Luckily for him, that is not intercepted. And a 3rd down and 10. We're bringing some heat again. It's picked up. Down the field. Has an open receiver. Caught. First down. Roy Petit with the reception, the tight end. And yeah, when you bring that blitz and does not get home right away, you're going to have open receivers. But the mistake by Wolf. Bryce Ramsey comes down and makes a fantastic play. Iowa moving the ball. I don't think he saw him. And Ramsey, I would have to say, also kind of baited him there a little bit. Hey, make that throw because I'm going to make the better play. And exactly what happened. Man, I don't know how you make that throw. That is a tough one. Now we have time here to just continue to extend this lead, but Drew's going to go down, and Iowa will use a timeout. So now Iowa back with the ball again. Another chance. So dump this one off. That's what you want to see. You know, maybe he carries you a few extra yards, but at least bring him down and make the tackle. Not sure what their kicker's range is. I don't know. You never know nowadays. Kickers are so good, but it doesn't matter because Singletary's going to get the 2nd pick of the game. And he has running room in front of him. Can anybody catch him? He'll make one move on the quarterback, Wolf, and he's down around the 28. Man, what a job. This guy's an absolute monster. I don't know if you want to continuously test him or not. I wouldn't. He's just picked you off twice here in the first half. You might not want to go to that side again. Really. So we'll go underneath. Find Satania with the grab. Satania will get inside the 10-yard line. We will call a timeout. We got 25 seconds, 2 timeouts left, so plenty of time. Drew over the middle. There's Cross Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. So a crazy last few minutes. Iowa looks like they're going for a score. Pick. 3 and out from us. Iowa's got great field position. Pick again. And now we got a touchdown. And it looks like we're going to go into halftime 35-7 that's going to be your score. I mean, it's an absolute blowout right now. 35-7. Max Drew is looking very good. Just that one mistake. Offensive line has been very solid, holding up. So far, so good. All right, let's go into the second half, 35-7. So, depending what happens here in this next couple drives, as that running game is going nowhere. Nice job holding that edge there. I think that was Logan on the other side. That could be, what is that going to be? Is that going to be they're going to call encroachment in the neutral zone. As you can see, there's the true freshman. Steven Morton, true freshman, is in. We're getting him some playing time. Obviously, 35-7 game. We'll get some of these guys in here. 3rd and inches, going absolutely nowhere. Simmons, Logan come in, make the stop, and Iowa will have to punt the ball. We're going to keep Drew in as well. That's some fantastic blocking there. Nobody open down the field. Really good coverage. But just great blocking. And obviously with the man coverage, nobody watching the quarterback. As Gilliam has bruised ribs, he'll be able to return. But Drew takes off, picks up the first. This time, there's a blitz. Well, that's where we're going underneath the Jordan Anthony. And Anthony has a first down. 6 for 113 so far in this game with the touchdown. I'd like to add another touchdown. As Russell cuts it up. And Russell with the first. It's just good right now for this game. Like I said, we're the prohibitive favorites coming into this game, no doubt about it. As we'll pitch this out to Washington, and Washington gets down to the 5. but we're actually playing like it. I mean, so many games we've had where we come in as favorites and we just don't play like we should. It's a game. Maybe we pull it out at the end as Washington does get in for the touchdown. Like I said, trying to get both ends involved. We got plenty of depth there. Gets the touchdown, 42-7. But yeah, we're playing like the favorites today. We're just blowing out this Iowa team right now. This is pretty much a no contest, and I think at some point soon, maybe the next drive or two, that we're definitely going to have to just bring in the backups here. Get some younger guys some playing time. So we're going to bring the heat. Ball is loose! Stephen Morton, the true freshman in his first game, gets a fumble recovery, and he's in for the touchdown. Doing the gritty as well. Stephen Morton, wearing that number 99. He's got the arm brace. Who does that kind of remind you of? Yep, J.J. Watt. So obviously a J.J. Watt fan here. And making a play. Touchdown. What a way to start off your college career. And, oh, that was Simmons, I believe, that got through, knocked the ball loose. And he takes it back, takes it to the house for the touchdown. 49-7 right now. We're dominating. Dominating this game. Iowa with the ball. And, oh, that's going to be a sack. Coming through is Collins. Bunch of guys were there. And a 3rd down and 7. Fires the outside. That's going to be caught. That is a nice catch and a 1st down. And the blitzes are starting to get home. That's why we're bringing heat almost every play here. As they have gone to a backup quarterback. I have seen. Oh my! Are you serious? Stephen Morton, the true freshman. He has another chance for another touchdown. He backed up in a zone blitz and he picks it off. This guy's insane. Unbelievable. What a first start. Fumble return for a touchdown. Drops back into zone coverage. Gets an interception. Wow. As we got Malachi Singleton in the game, and I don't know what that throw or that decision was. We'll give it right back to Iowa, but that was not good. There was just nobody really there. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just say that was just awful and just move on. Because right now I'm a little bit more excited to play with the defense. And Stephen Morton. Oh, there's pressure. It's pressure again. Another sack, man. Wow. I know we're playing against backups here, but man, this is looking pretty good. As looking down the field, nobody open, he'll take off himself, and he will slide down before he takes a hit. But 4th and 6, and they punt the ball. Oh, that's interesting. You're down 49-7. You're just not going to go for it? I don't know about that one. Singleton still in the game, down the field, and oh man, that should have been caught. That's not Malachi Singleton's fault. That's a way better. That throw was on the money. Should have been caught. 2nd and 10, and this is going to be tipped in the air and picked off. So, maybe just trying to force some throws down the field, make some big plays. That one just gets tipped. Really good play to the defender. Safety comes over, makes the pick. So, not a good start for Malachi Singleton as right now the backup. But defensively, though, we're dominating. Doesn't even matter. Julius Samaya with the sack. Guy's absolutely jacked. And now a 3rd down and 12. Can we get another one? Another sack? Or nah, this time it's going to be completed for a catch and a 1st down. Why not? Let's just blitz every play. Let's just blitz every play and see what happens. Iowa at least trying to get a touchdown out of this. Make it a little bit better looking. 3rd and goal over the middle. And that's exactly what they're going to get in for the touchdown. So Iowa will pick up a garbage time touchdown. And more than likely that'll be your final. But they'll get the ball back here with 40 seconds left and see what they can do here. But look who it is. Stephen Morton. True freshman. First start. Gets himself a sack as well. He might win Defensive Player of the Week with that stat line. In limited time playing. And then look at Antoine Bruner getting some playing time. Laying the wood. And that's how the game will come to a final. 49-14 is your final. Pretty much saw everything I wanted to see in that game. Max Drew, Jordan Anthony connection on the money. Running game looked good. And the defense looking solid. And we've already seen some young stars that possibly could be. I mean, Stephen Morton, we didn't redshirt him. Wanted to see what he could do. And, man, he completely just... We might have to get him more playing time than I thought. We just kind of mixed him in. But, man, he looked fantastic. Yeah, the running game, I know he only averaged 3.5 a carry, a couple touchdowns, but it looks good. Yeah, I mean, he'll have, 7.6 a carry, 38 yards. I think we'll be fine. Anthony, 6 for 113. That's what he ends up with. Washington, 4 for 60 and a touchdown. And a lot of times I'll have to say in this game, I was trying to force it a little bit to some different guys. I know I wanted to get Anthony involved, but I wanted to see what other guys had. Because I just thought, no matter what, we have a better talented team. I think we should pull this one out. Simmons had 5 tackles for loss. I mean, he was all over the place. But Stephen Morton, 4 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, sack, pick, fumble return, fumble recovery, and a touchdown. So, man, and Samia, he looked very good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from those 2 young ends. I really do. That didn't sound good, but we'll just forget that. Yeah, Morton. I mean, wow. That's not going to happen every game, obviously, but man, that is a fantastic start to your collegiate career. As championship contender goes down, really interesting. I don't know how that could go down after we just blew out Iowa. Anybody else took us off the board? No, we're good. And there, I see a lot of firsts on there. Once again, setting up for disappointment. That's all it is. I feel like that's all it is when you get the recruiting on here. You're just setting up for disappointment. Because right now, these leads aren't huge. We're going to have to compete with these SEC schools, so it is what it is. But Stephen Morton does win SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Stephen wins National Defensive Player of the Week. He does not. But SEC Defensive Player of the Week. That's awesome to see. And that's a heck of a game. 10 for 205 and 3 TDs. So, yeah, we saw Oregon beat Ohio State. So, they move up to the top spot. Anybody else? That's it. That's only, I believe, the only top 10 loss. Everybody else dropped. A couple drops, obviously, with Oregon moving up. Anybody else lose kind of here in the top 25? And we can see Florida lost to NC State badly. Florida's a pretty good team, too. TCU, who we are about to play next week, lost to North Carolina, so they dropped down to 24. And then Baylor, you lose to the number 6 team in Auburn, so it is what it is. But we'll take on TCU, who just lost their first game. They dropped to 24. So this will be a little bit better of a matchup, and we will see how we fare. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.